I think the more exciting thing comes in the off season. So let's get through this. Let's crown Golden State or Milwaukee the champions, because I don't think if Toronto makes it, I don't think Toronto can beat Golden State. I think Milwaukee poses some interesting challenges and dynamic, but that would be the interesting series. But of course, with the NBA, what they do the best is off the court drama in the offseason.
Absolutely. So basically, I think the Warriors could just win in 4. They're getting so much rest. They were a little dinged up. They could get Durant back. The longer it takes to get to that series, the worse it is for Milwaukee.
Yeah, we'll see. But I will tell you that our golf aficionado, Mr. Adam White, the now one-time defending champion, is on the call before 8:07. Hey, how about that?
It's pretty incredible. Really.
With room to spare, might I add.
Yes, with room to spare. He's been lurking for a couple of minutes. So some of this off-court drama I was reading about a little bit, that during the lottery draft, when the Pelicans snaked the first pick away from New York and LA had more balls in the lottery bingo. And I believe that they had Mr. Zion Williamson on camera being very quickly ushered out of the room by his entourage. He seemed extremely disappointed in the news.
I didn't really see that. I saw that, when it was announced, it just didn't seem like he was that disappointed, to be quite honest. I mean,
right. I didn't see it live. I just read a couple of pundits writing about it, and it sounded like somebody in his circle had made claim of, if the Pelicans don't trade him, he would consider basically conditioning for the year and playing for the national team instead of accepting the draft pick, or even he has not hired a agent, so he could go back and play another year at Duke.
No, he's not going to do that, and that was all quashed after. I don't know why people would want to play in New Orleans. First of all, it's a fun city. Second of all, they've done tremendous amounts of work to try and get guys around Anthony Davis. So this isn't a situation where, why would you want to go to New York? Because you think guys are going to sign there? People think people are going to sign in New York all the time.
He wants the New York life and the more money that he's going to get from Nike or Adidas if he goes to New York. That's the only reason why people don't want to go to New Orleans, because the sponsorship money isn't there.
I disagree. I think he's going to get the same type of sponsorship money no matter where he goes. This is beaten to death, but it's not 10, 15, 20 years ago. The internet's out. Everybody has access to these games. Everybody has access to him. We've watched him grow up. He's going to get the same type of endorsements, the same type of money,
Sure.
And he's going to be in for all intents and purposes, a better city. New York's trash. I wouldn't want to live in New York. I'd rather live in
I'd rather live south for sure. And also, Anthony Davis is one of those guys who does not play well while not motivated. But if you put a guy like Zion with him, he could get excited and be completely dominant.
I mean, sure. Or, he said he wants out. So, let's get him out and let's trade him and let's build around Zion and take it from there. That being said, I don't think Zion's the guy that you should pick with the number one pick. I don't think he's going to be as much of a generational talent as people tout him to be. I think his ceiling is like Blake Griffin.
Sure.
Which is bad, but
he's good, right? But the Spartans shut him down, so...
Look, he can't shoot. He's not a ball handler. He's just a big guy. He can dunk, and he was great in high school. You know why? Because he was as big as he is now in high school. Right. There are other guys in this draft that I think are going to have a bigger impact over their career and have higher ceilings. So, but that's that.
Who and why? I'm just curious.
What's that?
He wants to know who you like more than Zion and why.
Oh, Ja Morant. I like RJ Barrett. I like both of those guys more than Zion. And they're going to be the number 2 and number 3 picks.
I think Zion's perfect for the way the NBA has been trending for the last few years.
He can't shoot a 3-pointer.
Not yet. The guy's like 19 years old, dude. Give him some time.
Yeah,
He can get to the basket at will.
He's never going to have a 3-point shot. That's just not his game.
Does he need it?
Yeah, he will.
I don't know.
He will.
I think it's hard
he's not a guy like. He's not a guy that's going to dominate the ball handling in the NBA game like a guy like Giannis or Ben Simmons. That's not going to be his game. Like I said, I think Blake Griffin is his ceiling comparable, and that's who he reminds me of in college. Now, if he can develop a passing game like Blake, he's going to be a very good player. But I don't see this huge ceiling. He's going to get shut down by a lot of guys in the NBA that are as big, if not bigger, and stronger than him. And he's really just never encountered that at any level that he's played at, even the collegiate level, just because he was so much bigger than everybody in high school and his travel teams and even in college. And that's going to change. I don't think he's going to have this impact. He's an easy guy to hype up, but I'm not impressed.
I don't know. I think he'll be a top 5 player in the league within 2-3 years.
All right, I'm writing this down for prosperity purposes.
I don't even think he'll be a top 20 player in the league in 2 to 3 years.
Won't be top 20 in 2 to 3 years.
So, sounds like we have a long-term bet going on here.
Long-term bet. All right, I'm going to write this down in my long-term bet section of where I keep track of all of our stuff.
In 150 episodes, we're going to talk about this, okay?
Yes. Got it. Long-term bet. Chris says Zion not top 20 in 2 to 3 years. Adam says absolutely. Top 5 in 2 to 3 years.
That is asinine, by the way. Like anybody who follows the NBA closely is saying he's the best prospect to come out since LeBron. LeBron didn't have a good game when it came out. I mean, it was better than Zion's, but he's going to be playing. I mean, how is the average 4 in the NBA going to guard him off the dribble?
They won't have to. He's not going to be controlling the ball. He doesn't have the ball handling skills of a LeBron coming out of high school. He's not. He's not going to be able to drive the lane the same way that he did in the collegiate game. He's not going to be the ball handler. He is not. He's just. I don't know. I don't see it. I get everybody thinks that he's special, but they're wrong. I think he's above average. I think you muted yourself when you were saying something.
Time will tell. No, I said because he is. He's going to be a stud within 2 to 3 years, but I guess time will tell, right? It's just opinion for right now.
Exactly.
Time will tell. Mr. Tommy Pham with a home run. Just to update the baseball slate. Mr. Tommy Pham. Dig it. All right. Well, you are listening to Draft for Upside. We do draft beer. That's why we're called Draft, DRAUGHT. We like beer. Adam, do you have a beverage tonight? Chris and I are both H2O'ing. Do you have beer? Do you have whiskey? Do you got anything?
I don't. Just get some ice cream.
We're striking out here. Mark, are you having a beverage?
I am.
There we go. Carry the team, Mark. What you got?
I really fell in love with this Lazy Hiker Slack Pack IPA.
Is this your new all day? You're gonna be buried alive in empty cans of Lazy Hiker?
Yeah, at least for this week.
All right.
But with the slogan that says "Get lazy," how can you beat it?
You just can't. I'm on board. I told you last week I'm on board. I dig it.
Who makes the Lazy Hiker? Is it readily available in Michigan?
I think it's North Carolina only. It's a little brewery that's just a couple of blocks away from me. But they can it, and it's in all the stores down here.
Yeah, fantastic. It's not a $14.99 15-pack though, is it?
Oh no! This is like I think I paid $14 for a 6-pack.
Yeah, it's gonna get you in trouble. Good thing you actually make money nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I know I was sitting there right
ahead.
next to it because Sierra Nevada's down here too now.
Right.
Because they're in Asheville, and you can get all the Sierra Nevada specialty stuff that you don't see in Michigan is just sitting in the grocery store shelf for
that's nice.
$6 a 12-pack, and it's all their specialty stuff.
Yeah, they make great stuff. Love it. Oh, I love it. All right, Mr. Adam, I understand you played a little golf today. Would you like to talk about it?
I did play some golf today. How'd you know that?
Because I'm aware of your every move, sir.
Wow. All right.
No, because you told us that you couldn't do the show last night because you had to get up early to go play a golf tournament. That's why.
Yes, no, I did. I played in a qualifying tournament for the Michigan Amateur, and I made it. So I'll be playing
fantastic.
at Oakland Hills in a few weeks.
I love it, man. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. Finished second out of like 72 guys, something like that.
Yeah, how'd you shoot? What was your score?
75.
Just a single round qualifier?
Yeah, just one round. 72 guys. I think the top 12 spots made it, so I made it with ease.
Well, that's fantastic, man. How many play in the amateur? What did you call it? The amateur open? What the hell did you just call it?
Yeah, Michigan Amateur. It's 144, right around there.
Nice. I love it. Where can I place a bet, and what are you giving yourself as odds?
I'd probably be in like the 70 or 80 to 1 range, which I wouldn't. I'd be a decent value there. Okay. I don't think they have any. It's not on the board yet. I'm gonna talk to my friends at my bookie and see if we can get some odds for this event. I'll let you know.
I like it. All right, you let me know, and I got a crisp $20 bill to put on you.
I'll tell you this: I know some guys at Oakland Hills who like to gamble, so I could probably set something up. Just Michigan only type thing.
Yeah, I guarantee that there are side bets at all those things, so that can't be that hard. So I'll have to get drunk on like in the golf course and then like sneak out to like hole 16 and heckle you. It'll be fun.
That sounds fine to me.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. You suck. It'll be good times. So what's going on in the PGA this week? What are we doing, my friends? What do we got to talk about? What course do we have to break down? Are we ready to talk PGA, everyone?
Sure.
That was a real enthusiastic answer. You guys are just spot on.
Yeah, I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
All right.
Yeah,
this
it's a major hangover, right? Like this course is awesome, but it's really hard to get excited about it after Bethpage for the PGA.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get excited. Let's do this.
Let's do it. Well, before we get excited, Vlad Guerrero Jr. with a home run, 424 feet to dead center.
Beautiful.
I have him in 0 lineups, but 1 beautiful seasonal league, so that's all good. So let's get at this PGA. So it'll be lesser participated, obviously, in DFS because it's not a major. So what do we have excited to get talk about? Is this the Charles Schwab Challenge? Is that what they're calling this?
Yep, and it's at Colonial Country Club. It's a par 70, 7,200 yards. The big key points with this course is narrow fairways, tiny greens, it's bent grass, and lots of dog legs. It's not overly challenging, but you have to think about it with all the dog legs and everything in play. And with the trees, you're not cutting a lot. I don't know, Adam, any other thoughts on Colonial?
Yeah, it's definitely not a bomber's course. Historically, accuracy off the tee weighs much more heavily to success than bombing it. But the one guy who's kind of bucked that trend the last few years is John Rahm. He's had some success here just bombing driver off of pretty much every hole. So other than that, though, yeah, I like a lot of guys that hit a lot of fairways and give themselves a lot of opportunities to knock it close. But yeah, tree line, it's a completely different course than what we saw last week. So we'll see some different types of players contend, in my opinion.
Where is Colonial?
Texas.
Aha.
Fort Worth.
All right, fair enough. Continue, gentlemen.
So I'm looking probably strokes gained approach is my number one stat, and then